Hello, Math 8. It's time to dilate our last transformation. We're gonna dilate over the course of 2 weeks. Whew, that'd be a long time. All right, so let's start with dilating points. So if you remember, dilating is the enlarging, shrinking of shapes and points, even points. Okay, so dilations have a center and they have a scale factor. And it's multiplying. So whereas these other transformations, it was really addition, subtraction, or maybe multiplying by -1. Here we're going to multiply by the scale factor. So if we have the center is the origin, the scale factor is 1/5. So what we're going to do is we're going to write the coordinates of C. Step 1, what are the coordinates of C? -5, 5. And then we multiply the coordinates by the scale factor. And so I know that 5 times the 5th is 1. So C prime is the point, -1, 1. And that's it. Not too bad. So now when it comes to scale factor, now we can look and we can see what is the scale factor. All you got to do, so it's not, this is shapes, and we're going to dilate shapes, triangles next week. Maybe you could look at it this week if you want to see what's coming up. But if you're trying to figure out the scale factor, like how much bigger is that red triangle than the blue triangle? What you can do is find the side you can count, or if you wanted to use the distance formula, you could find the length of an oblique or a diagonal side. But I can easily count that AB, that side is 3. And A prime, B prime, the length of that is probably 6. 6. And the scale factor, so write this down, the scale factor is image divided by pre-image. So 6/3 in this case, which is 2. So what's the scale factor of the dilation? It is enlarging it to twice the original size. Now, it's important that we go back over exponents. It's been a while, but you know what? Exponents are super duper important. And so we see that, let's look at this. So we want to know the sign, right? So when we're talking about the signs of exponents, first of all, even, we make something positive. So m squared, m to the 4th, those are always going to be positive. Because a negative times a negative is a positive. Odd, well, that's going to be positive. Positive if value is positive. For example, 2 to the 3rd is a positive 8 because 2 is positive. But -2 to the 3rd is -8. So we are going to say negative if value, or I should say the base is negative. So cross off that word and put base. Base. All right. That's called the base. So in this one, the base m is a negative number. And let's just make some sense. Let's say it's about -1.3. And this is about 0.4, -0.4. There we go. So then we could do it on the calculator. Say -1.3 to the 13th times negative 0.4 to the fifth. But I don't need to do that on the calculator. I know using my rules here that this is going to be a negative number and this is going to be a negative number because my bases are negative and my exponents are odd. But a negative times a negative is a positive. So yeah, that's that. All right, so now how about this? Select the equivalent expression. Now we want to remember negative exponents. Remember this, a negative exponent, the definition, x to the m, x to the negative m is equal to 1 over x to the positive m. But we could also say that x to the m is equal to 1 over x to the negative m. So, and then we could even put this over 1. You can see that if it's negative in the numerator, it's positive in the denominator. If it's positive in the numerator, it's negative in the denominator. And you can move the terms from one spot to the other. So 1 over y to the 6 is equal to positive, or y to the negative 6. All right, now do you remember what to do with these two exponents? This is the power to a power rule. And in this one, we multiply them. So that would be b to the 6. All right, this one, what we're going to do is we're going to change it to an improper fraction. So that would be 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Okay, look at that. So 2 plus 2, 4 is 9. Okay, so it's 9 over 4. And so that would be, how do you square a fraction? You square the top, you square the bottom. 81 over 60. 81 over 60. Negative exponents. Yeah, and so what do we do? I wonder if you remember that a fraction means subtraction. So we're going to do 9 to the negative third minus 12, which is 9 to the negative 15. And that's it. 9 to the negative. All right. Now this one here is taking the power rule, and then we're even going to do the base too. All right, so we're going to multiply these numbers by 7. So we're going to get 2 to the negative 70 and 4 to the 14. But now, okay, so I guess that's, so you see how we have a negative exponent on top. We can put this in the denominator and make it 2 to the positive 70. This is a good illustration of what I was trying to say earlier. So that we see is right here. All right. What does a fraction mean? Subtraction. Y 9 minus 2 is y to the 7. Actually, a fraction means division, but in this particular case, the rule of exponents, it means subtraction. All right. So this is a good one because you need to know this. You need to know that when you don't have an exponent on a number, you can put a 1 in there. It's like a coefficient on a number is a 1. And now we're going to multiply the exponents. 5 to the 8th over 4 to the 4th. I see it right there. 5 to the 8th over 4 to the 4th. I got them all right. All right, guys. Post in the organizer. I'll see you in class.